Hello everyone, Joe coming to you with another demonstration, and in this one we're going to use one of Photoshop's new tools. We're of course starting out in Lightroom, so let's go ahead and do that. And I've got this interesting detail of a boat in the harbor in Provincetown, Massachusetts, and I really wanted to be able to use this in a video, kind of a video of the place, but the aspect ratio didn't quite work. So if we look at the develop module and I go to my crop tool and I want to fill this in a video, it needs to be 16 by 9. By the way, if you wanted to make a print that is closest to 16 by 9, the easiest one would be a legal size print, which is 8.5 by 14, and you see we get that. But the problem is it's cut off too much stuff. There's too much. We needed more on the bottom. We needed more on the top. So it just doesn't work. So we're going to use Photoshop to help us get there. First of all, we can take a look at the basics here. What do we want to adjust before we go into Photoshop? Some of the whites look a little bit bright, so let's just bring the highlights down a little. We'll open up the shadows. Let's add a little bit of texture. Yeah, that adds a little nice detail to it. Maybe a little bit of clarity as well. And vibrance and saturation are pretty good. Overall exposure, let's see, do we want a little more? Yeah, maybe a little bit more. Just that much. And that looks pretty good, but it's still not going to fit in our 16 by 9 because honestly, I want to have everything we have here top to bottom. I need more on the left and on the right. And Photoshop can get that for us. So let's go to Photo, edit in Photoshop, or again, Command or Control E, and that will start up Photoshop and open our image. Okay, so here's our image. First thing I'm going to do is create another copy of the background right here. I can either drag this to the box with the plus in it, or you will learn this keyboard shortcut because you can use it all the time, and it's Command or Control J. When I say Command on a Mac, which is what I'm on, it's Control on a Windows machine. And you see it makes another copy of it. Now I want this thing to fit into a 16 by 9, so I'm going to use the crop tool and come up to where it says ratio here and tell it 16 by 9, which is a standard, and you see how it crops everything. But as I mentioned, I said I want everything above and below. So I'm going to crop to there. And let's see. Yeah, something like that. Now, right away, Photoshop is offering to do something because of the crop tool, and this is called Generative Expand. Now, typically, I would do this in 2 halves. Let's see. Do I think that's going to work? Let's find out. Let's just simply click Generate with the new crop. Like with any of the generative tools, it's going to give us 3 tries. It's going to give us 3 variations to see if any of those work. And again, if it doesn't, you can always just tell it to do it again, or you can back off and do it half and half. Now, that's already pretty impressive. There's a fail down here. Let's see what the next one is. That's much better. How about here? Ooh, I like that one even better. So let's see, between that one and that one, yeah, I like number 3. That really works pretty well. So honestly, I think we're actually going to be done with this. We can turn this on and off, and look what it generated based on the rest of the image. And now we have something that's exactly a 16 by 9. It's really pretty amazing. I'm going to click to select these 2 layers, our new layer and the Generative Expand layer, and hit Command E, which will flatten those 2 images together. And just by doing that, look at that, we were able to add that. What else would I do? Probably add a little vignette for it. I'll do that back in Lightroom, so let's go ahead and save this. So I just Command or Control S. It will save what Photoshop has generated and send it right back into Lightroom as a new file. So I tab over to Lightroom, and here's our new image. So I can do the normal kind of Lightroom stuff I might do to this. In fact, I'm going to do 2 things. First thing I'm going to do is, first thing I'm going to do is I want to see how this can even get a little bit more pop. And I'm going to send it out into another helper program. I'm going to go to Photo, Edit In, and I'm going to use the Nik Filters Viveza 3, and yes, a copy with any Lightroom adjustments I might have made. And this is going to allow me to add a lot more kind of, well, it's called structure. It's kind of like clarity, but it's different. So this is the before and after halfway slider. I'm going to move that out of the way. This is kind of a thing that can get super structured because there's no faces in it. So let's add a bunch of structure there. That looks better. Add a little saturation as well. And I think that's pretty good. Let's look at it before and after as we drag. See how it just adds that kind of detail pop in the front of the image. So I simply click apply, and that will again send that back into Lightroom with our adjustments. There it is. And let's do one last thing. I'm going to go under effects and put my favorite -12 vignette to that. And let's take a look at it at full screen. And it's really amazingly impressive. You can zoom in. Remember, there was nothing here on the left. It does an amazing job of it. And we can go on the right as well, where it's zoomed in a lot. But you can see for my video, this is going to be great. And when you consider, let's go full screen again, that we started with just that. And we asked Photoshop to fill in all that left and right to give us that, and it really did a pretty amazing job. So I've always told my people when we're out on workshops, always back off on your crop because you can't uncrop. Well, that's not actually true anymore. Yes, it's always best to capture the original, but if your aspect ratio isn't quite working, Photoshop can help you along and make it fit into your video or your picture frame perfectly with Generative Expand and Generative Fill. So that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. See you again soon. Bye-bye.